Hi, welcome to She Spice. It seems like Will Smith may truly be in a precarious spot this time, particularly since even his companions have been in on the reports for quite a long time. There's been murmurs regarding Will's SCX inclination, notwithstanding his being hitched. With all the buzz around Diddy being uncovered, people are returning to Will's circumstances too, given that he is so near Diddy. However, it appears as though we could at long last get some clarity on this in light of the fact that, as a matter of fact, the sovereign of Christmas, Mariah Carey, is venturing into the fray as indicated by her Will Smith has a stunning desire for men. Now you may be scratching your head considering how Mariah engaged in this. Relatively few individuals know this yet, Mariah, and they will have been buds for quite a while. Mariah Carey truly worked up the web when she posted a legacy photograph with Will Smith on her Instagram. I actually can't completely accept that she subtitled this image, and truly the fans were similarly stunned. It was a genuine shock to see these two stars, who appear to have a place in totally unique Hollywood circles, sharing such an individual second. Mariah spills in her diary about the importance of Mariah Carey, and how they previously ran into each other at a show in LA where she was doing reinforcement vocals. Their kinship started off, and from that point on, they'd hang out at Miscreants, simply chilling and sharing dreams. Mariah depicts Will as a straightforward companion. They were both very aggressive, yet kept that fun-loving, inquisitive soul about the world. Their energy was in every case stringently dispassionate, nothing bizarre. Will even had such a lot of confidence in Mariah's ability that he took her to DeJam, an up-and-coming hip-bounce name at the time. He hadn't even heard her demo, simply because her Lee execution was sufficient to persuade him after he heard me sing and had faith in my ability. He took me with him to the heart of hearing jam accounts for the most sizzling new hip-jump name at the time he was marked. The Vision of Adoration artist wrote in her diary that Will had never heard my demo. He'd just heard me sing at the show. However, that was enough for him. Mariah didn't sign with DeJam. She generally valued Will's faith in her capacities. Mariah's association with Will even reached out to surprise his better half, Jada Pinkett Smith, for her 50th birthday celebration. "Hey, Jada, I simply needed to wish you a blissful birthday, or as I call them, a cheerful commemoration. Have the greatest day. I am truly sending you a lot of adoration." No doubt it's not excessively shocking that Mariah could know pretty much everything there is to know about Will's own life, discussing individual experiences. Eddie Griffin has, as of late, caused a few disturbances on his new stage, where he jumps into everything from parody to paranoid ideas, and obviously his Nacro 1 point is the Illuminati. Griffin recommends that the people pulling the strings generally allude to their arrangements in the media before they really unfurl. He said they need to tell us first before they can do anything to us. That is, sublime guidelines, not too far off. That is the way God laid it out for these little evil individuals. They can't play with us without telling us that they're going to meddle with us. He focuses on a few programs and films as proof, and curiously, he brings up Will Smith's part in 6 Levels of Division. Will Smith, in that gay scene in 6 Degrees of Partition, acting shocked, was twisted by Griffin. This film was an unpretentious gesture to Will's sexual inclination, implying that the reports about him being gay could have some weight. Eddie Griffin's remarks likewise worked up more chat, particularly when you connect them to what Feline Williams expressed some time back about Will Smith. Feline implied that Will may be somewhat of a power slave, taking the necessary steps to get to the top in Hollywood. This suggests he probably won't be completely in that frame of mind. There are mannequin experts in the background calling the shots on his professional moves. Will Smith isn't the Goliath that he is exclusively focused on the benefits of Will Smith or his family. There are 300 companies that are a piece of the Will Smith business opera, and you are individuals that are ready to go with him when you conclude that you are going to accomplish something you can do. It also recalls the entire Oscars theatrics, where Smith smacked Chris Rock. Well, Williams proposes that it was every one of the arrangements, a painstakingly organized show, that held Smith within proper limits. Williams underscores that in the realm of showbiz, where deception frequently bests reality, such stage dramatizations are more normal than one could naturally suspect. We need to comprehend that these are two monsters in our field. Assuming you're an individual of color, this is the two people too large and too great to ever be involved in what they're in that would check out if it was in my shoes, and Michael Black and slapping each other. Not Will Smith and Chris Rock when two huge stones meet up, and you can't see Chris Rock succeeding at all. He's embarrassed in the event that you plan to slap a humorist. He was the main to slap Top of the Coons, so slappable on the off chance that you will slap him. You simply need the best person, the best fellow, the person who's shown us his best way of behaving since the 90s. That person is the person who should slap him for the kind of evaluations we really want, and thoughtfulness regarding be on this thing. If you plan to slap an entertainer, he was the main to slap. And assuming that you're going to slap him, you simply need the best person. The absolute best person fellow is the one that should slap him for the kind of evaluations we really want, and consideration regarding be on this thing. Additionally, William recommends that Smith's decrease in late ventures, for example, the doomed after with his child, Jaden, signals a purposeful move by these puppeteers to dishonor and sideline him by coordinating situations that lead to public examination and expert difficulties. They actually render Smith unemployable according to Hollywood's power. Specialists, they mess with the impression of individuals, and that is important for the gig. Once upon a time, it used to be called misleading publicity. Presently, it's simply called business. They don't say we got to spread the applicant. They simply smear him. Whoever made you is able to break you. That is the finish of it. When they got you and placed you on that Fox show, it was on the grounds that you planned to do this furthermore. Just this, you won't ever do that when you break that. They finished with you too. They concluded they were done with Will when he did After Earth with Jaden. From that point, they've done what was to take him from 20 million a film to gotten him in a position where perhaps it can seem he has a mental meltdown and is currently unemployable. Concluded that they were done with Will when he did After Earth with Jay. They've done what was important to take him from a 20 million film, set him in a position where perhaps it can seem he has a mental meltdown, and presently is unemployable goodness, attracting equals to the continuous contentions encompassing. Diddy Williams suggests that both Smith and Diddy are survivors of a framework that bites up and lets out its most brilliant stars at the point when they are not generally considered valuable. It's truly eye-opening how wrecked Hollywood can get. It's like a portion of our most loved celebs will do pretty much anything to climb that distinction and power-stepping stool. However, at that point, when they arrive at the top, they begin pulling some truly obscure stuff, believing they're distant thanks to their puppeteers, yet as is commonly said, what occurs in obscurity generally finds its direction into the light, returning again to Smith's CX inclination. Certain individuals are beginning to contemplate whether the entire relationship with their better half is only a facade concealing something way more confounding. Recall November 2023, when his previous aide, Bal, spilled some significant tea during a meeting with YouTuber Tasha K. Supposedly, Will and Dwayne were trapped in a few compromising grown-up exercises in Dwayne's changing area. I made the way for Dwayne's changing area, and that is the point at which I see Dwayne having intercourse with Will. Bal said there was a love seat, and Will was twisted around on the sofa, and Dwayne was standing up. Kill it there. He added, "Gracious, I open the, entryway to Dwayne changing area, and that is the point at which I see Dwayne and Will Bill all made sense of that he was looking for Smith in the wake of getting calls from makers on his walkie-talkie and telephone asking him to find Will and he take him back to the arrangement of an anonymous creation. Will denied it. obviously rubbishing the cases made by Bell as unequivocally misleading a representative for the men in Dark Entertainer, called the declarations as totally manufactured, and said Smith was thinking about making a legitimate move over the allegations. And afterward, there's Trisha Piss ringing in blaming Will Smith for purportedly driving her male artists into a few truly awkward circumstances, as indicated by her those artists, wound up accomplishing something beyond moving, and not by decision. Don't stress over your cheating husbanding. My male artists. You know when they would have rather not. Presently, we should rewind to 2016. The late entertainer Alexis Arquette guaranteed that Will Smith's ex-Cher Ino separated from him since she got Will in bed with another man as per Everyday Mail. Arquette spilled the tea in a now-erased Facebook post, implying that Jada Pinkett Smith could have her very own account to tell in the expressions of Alexis when Jada emerges as gay, and her facial hair spouse concedes his most memorable marriage, finished when she strolled into him, adjusting his friendly benefactor Benny Medina. Then I will pay attention to them, and we should not disregard Will's manly relationship with Diddy. It was even Diddy who that dipped to make all the difference at the 2022 Institute grants. He attempted to chill things off and cause it to appear to be all chill, however. And Chris, we will settle that like fam. Eiley at the gold party. Okay. Yet this moment we're continuing on with adoration. Everyone makes some clamor now the grapevine is humming with reports that their relationship may be something beyond a sentiment. Word on the road is they may be associated with some obscure stuff like what went down with Bry Cher Dim. How about we do a fast overview on the secret encompassing BRS Shay? Subscribe She Spice for more videos.